Hey guys, it's Deni as always. The year 2023 was a very hot year for cool games. Baldur's Gate 3 alone turned the entire gaming industry upside down. Alas, with such giants, you might have missed some less sensational, but still more than cool games. Today, I'll tell you about them. Click on the like, click on subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go. Do you miss adrenaline and dynamic gameplay? The perfect place to get it all? Good old Crossout. Tense battles, dozens of different vehicles, and hundreds of parts for their customization are waiting for you. You can make a powerful, bulletproof tank and destroy your enemies just by the look of it. Or make something smaller, but fast, and get in the back of unsuspecting enemies. In any case, Crossout is the best place to show everyone who is a real pro. Download the game at the link in the description. Let's start with a tactic you've never heard of. It's the Lamplighters League. We are here in 1930, and our task is to assemble a team of various not-so-intelligent scientists. We'll move through the story, finding out what's going on here. The turn-based part may seem simplistic at first, and the start of the game is a bit long, but only the start. Because the further you go, the more the game and each map reveals itself. Each map is a puzzle that needs to be solved with a set of character skills, so there is no monotonous passage in the same way. And the atmosphere: Indiana Jones and Cthulhu, mysticism and secret societies, sabotage and espionage. From the minuses, you are waiting for a little crooked control, but otherwise quite an interesting thing. For Honor is not the only game where you can go to fight with swords among a huge mountain of the same guys. Unlike For Honor, the game is not designed for solo gameplay, it's more of a team game. But let's get to the point. Here we have pack-on-pack battles, and the character classes are different. You and I choose one of them and go to fight with men, and you will probably like to fight because the feeling of characters here is on the level, just like in For Honor too, and the balance is also the same. When new characters are brought in, everyone jumps on them because they are cool. Then they get cut, and everyone scatters waiting for new ones. It's a standard situation, so to speak. And now let's move on to the battles themselves. In general, there are many modes, but it is important to realize that the game is a team game, and it is in the team you can win. How about getting a little scared? All the more reason to do so with the wonderful horror game Daymare 1994 Sandcastle. You'll find a terrific mix of go ahead and twiddle your thumbs, deadly dangerous enemies, hardcore action, intertwined puzzles, chilling soundtrack, horrifying minigames, realistic graphics, intriguing story, and quite comfortable gameplay. The running, of course, is a bit odd, but that's minor things. Secret rewards and cards are available just the way we like it. It itself is for a couple of cozy evenings with the lights off. Overall, 10 out of 10 dismembered frozen zombies. A beautiful card game fueled by action. That's what we've been missing today. This is beneath Oresa. First of all, the cool setting, post-apocalyptic swordpunk catches your eye. It's kind of like the future, but everyone fights with swords. This kind of thing is very rare. Only Kenshi comes to mind. Secondly, 3D and very nice with good design, and the actions of the characters are honestly animated and illustrated, which is new for card-based roguelikes. Thirdly, gameplay. In addition to a good elaboration of maps, there are unique mechanics, such as the same counterattacks. I won't reveal how and what works, but the game feels great. This game feels great only if you play in co-op. Solo will be boring. This is a RPG where you and your friends choose a class and go to different dungeons, you upgrade, collect loot, craft, and go to the dungeons again, and so it goes round and round, one by one. In fact, it is like a MMORPG. It even feels like a conditional World of Warcraft, but only from which removed everything except dungeons. It's fun, and it's fun to play in general. And this game was fucked up in the beginning because they didn't realize what kind of game it was. People installed the game hoping it would be like Dead Space, and it's not. It's basically an interactive movie, but with a 3-person view. In the story here, a team of 2 technicians are fixing some kind of tower, and then they get an alarm, and a manual one at that. The protagonist, one of these technicians named Jack Leary, sits in an all-terrain vehicle and goes to figure out what happened there. The case is complicated by an impending storm. Arriving at the site, Jack discovers that all entrances are sealed. He has to improvise. There are 4 chapters full of discovery and adventure. From the cool features, sometimes at key moments you have to squeeze through quick QTEs. No one will warn you about them in advance, so you have to be on the lookout for them all the time. Oh, and this is my love, but don't look at the fact that it's pixelated. Gameplay-wise, it's just an addictive enigma. It's a fast-paced, overhead shooter set in the Wild West, and our quest is to shoot every single sectarian on this mortal Earth. The main feature, in this game, the main character, enemies, and even bosses die with the first hit. The only question is who will shoot first and who will hit. Yes, it's that simple, but you can't even imagine how cool it is. Of course, there are different equipment and revolvers and so on, but it's already explore it yourself. It's just candy. I'm not a fan of racing, but I'm sure there are fans among you. Therefore, it is worth to play, for example, in F1, especially since 23 years turned out quite not bad. Our main quest is to put together the perfect team and try to win. Well, in principle, win everything you can. Hire pilots, mechanics, think over tactics, remake cars, and do everything you can to win in general. The thing is not bad, well, and the main thing, to race yourself do not need, although from the cockpit to look at the race you can. Well, here is a great roguelite shooter waiting for you. Our quest is to destroy the local corporation and shake it out of as much money as possible. We'll do it mostly with physical pain. There is a hub, there are runs on missions, progress both during the run and after pumping in the hub is felt. Classes are really played differently. I felt only a couple, but they are already radically different. Weapons are also different, but the arsenal is really not super rich. And the main thing is the visual style. The style is just above all praise, so I recommend to look if you want a good time killer. And if you want to, for example, enjoy the maximum of everything happening on the screen, there is such an option. Last year there was an Unreal puzzle game Viewfinder, completely original and beautiful concept. We take a photo, place it the way we want, and with the perspective of the image, we get a bridge, teleporter, and various other options for interaction. The puzzles themselves are not easy. There are some that will require some real thinking, but this is primarily because of the game's completely unobvious mechanics. But in general, logic and patience to make a sequence of photos is enough. The game has 2 minuses, the lack of a plot and replayability, but it's a great game. I hope you like dinosaurs, because if you don't, you're on your way to Exoprimal. Before you is a team-based shooter with superpowers, where we will take on the role of an Exoboys. The main feature, besides dinosaur genocide, is the use of various power armor, which is divided into 3 classes: Assault, Armored, and Auxiliary. Each branch has its own exosuits which can be pumped. And here, when you decide what to put on yourself, you can go to PvP or PvE missions to destroy the Toothy, which will fall on us just tons. Graphically very tasty, it feels cool, and in general the game is very good. It was fucked up at the very beginning because the developers' pricing policy was too much with zeros in the price, but now they sort of came to their senses, so you can look at it. And about this game I told you a couple of times because it was simply impossible to miss it, but if you haven't played it, now's a good time to come back. For the most part, the game is reminiscent of Raft and, to me personally, a bit of Subnautica. And yes, I know that there is water and here we race through the air, but there are just some similar feelings at times, but the basic concept is about the same as in Raft. We sail around the world, collect flying by garbage, expand your ship, build there all sorts of useful and not so useful things, and enjoy life trying to survive. Cooperative is still not brought, although it would be very useful, but so far only promises. But updates come out more than steadily, so sooner or later it will be. Do you love the Alien universe? If yes, then congratulations, you are at the right place. Aliens. Dark Descent is extremely good. I'm not really a fan of this universe. I'm both scared and disgusted by aliens, so I'll keep it short. It's basically XCOM, only in the world of aliens. You have a squad of laborers. They have a large number of nasty stinkers. Gameplay, gorgeous tactics, inspired by the second part of the movie. The canon here is off the charts. Even the landing boat pilot throws out a cocky joke in almost every line, just like in Cameron's movie. The plot is so overdone with cultist fanatics. The ending is nonsense, but who needs it? The main thing is gameplay, and it is very good here. In case you didn't know, Layers of Fear developers moved the game to the 5th and reel. It was already scary as hell. It's a horror game about a mad artist. You will walk around his house, look at the pictures, and throw bricks left and right with fear. It is made very stylish and at times very scary, so I recommend it. Well, and at the end, I suggest a little relaxation. Right here to start and relax. In front of you is extremely atmospheric. Planet of Lana. This is a very nice, interesting, and unusual adventure. If you like the game Journey or Grizz, then this one will not leave indifferent. It is ideal for evening pastime, before going to bed in small portions for a few hours, ideally in the dark and with pleasure. Well, that's it for today. I hope you found something interesting for yourself and clicked on the like and subscribe. I'm with you as always, Deni, and have a nice day.